Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles and this is our Ring of Honor show for the week. Let's jump right into it with our first match of the night. Donovan Dijak, currently of the House of Truth, versus Dalton Castle, two of the newer talents to the Ring of Honor roster. I like them both. I think they're both got a great future ahead. Dalton Castle kind of reminds me of a young Chris Jericho, and Donovan Dijak, he's just a massive guy, so with a presence to him. So hopefully, going forward, there'll be stars in this in Ring of Honor. Dijak picks up the win after Castle gets interfered with by Truth Martini. Good match, a good opening show. Both these guys were in the Top Prospect tournament. Usually, Ring of Honor keeps most of the people that are in the Top Prospect tournament and keeps them going forward to replenish their roster. Unfortunately, in a business like Ring of Honor, they get frequently rated by whether it be WWE or TNA and lose a lot of their wrestlers. So they're constantly having to build up new guys, which kind of keeps it fresh a lot too, to be honest with you. Coming off of that, Dijak won, by the way. I didn't know if I mentioned that. Coming off of that, we got two guys that were in a previous Top Prospect tournament. Matter of fact, they were the finals. War Machine of Raymond Rowe and Hanson going up against Ken Phoenix and Andy Dalton. Now, it's not Andy Dalton from the Bengals, guys. Pretty much a squash match. I believe it was a Superman punch, and then their finisher, which is a back suplex leg drop combination, and that was it. Kind of reminiscent of what the Road Warriors did back in the 80s. Just came out there, kicked ass, and went back. I like it. I enjoy it. I think it's going to help War Machine. I think it's great, especially with Ray recently coming back. Get him back acclimated to being in the ring before you start doing major stuff with him. Coming from that, we're going to go to our Ring of Honor Talk segment, which, if you've never seen it, is called The Fish Tank, hosted by Red Dragon. They bring out Jay Lethal as their guest. They talk about his championship. Kind of subtle back and forth jabs at each other before Lethal starts talking badly about Briscoe when Red Dragon bring him up. Jay Briscoe, that is. Jay Lethal has taken the TV title and took in television off of it, so he's a Ring of Honor champion. Well, we all know that the actual Ring of Honor world champion is Jay Briscoe. Doesn't take much provoking. Jay Briscoe comes out. A fracas ensues. The officials get it broken up, and the KRD hit the ring. KRD hits, lays out Red Dragon. Then you got him chased off by ACH, Matt Sydal, and Christopher Daniels. KRD seems to be, which if you know is the Knights of Rising Dawn, the guys with the red masks. They seem to be targeting the champions. Interesting that they would come out during a segment with all four. Now we're going to go right into the main event of the night. Cedric Alexander versus Michael Elgin. Thought this was a good match. I didn't like the outcome. Michael Elgin picks up the win. I really think that Ring of Honor is missing or dropping the ball on Cedric Alexander. I really think that he's a guy that could be a future world champion for them. I think he's a guy that if he was given more time, more exposure, more high-profile wins, he could easily be their top guy. And I think he kind of gets these pushes that are started and then stalled, and then started and then stalled again. Kind of to the point where he's just another guy on the roster, which he really shouldn't be. He's an elite-level talent. He should be treated as such. All in all, a fantastic match. I didn't like the outcome. But with that being said, we're going to go into our ratings for the week. Now, if you've seen the show or even if you haven't, we have a 1 to 5 scale. 1 would be the worst, 5 would be the best. Giving the show a solid 3. The Dijak and Castle match was good. War Machine Squash was what it was. The fish tank segment, it's not what Ring of Honor is known for. I understood it set up several feuds and several matches, just a little flat. And Cedric versus Elgin, like I said, I would have liked to see it end differently. So overall, a 3. Not a bad show, not a great show. Basically just there. But anyway, that's all I have to say about that. My name is George Coles, and this has been another episode of Heel Heat.